Inside trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Jackson on second down, throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. From the gun, Jackson. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Crabtree the target on that one. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Hundley. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Hundley. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
All right, here we go. Boom, 90.
On 3rd down, Jackson. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Now Jackson to throw on 3rd down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Robert Quinn. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Leopard! Gone! Set! Feed!
To throw is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Michael Crabtree hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are in for 6. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously, the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way, you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. They get 8 yards back there, and they could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone! 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 Gone!
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And some space here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go! Grand 38!
They'll set up to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Got a man. It's Bashan Perriman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. And this one is incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
Blue 90.
Play action. Now Jackson. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Robert Quinn in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Now it's the backup Rudolph. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him, Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Corey Grant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And that is obviously the danger, Charles, of a long field goal attempt.
And what teams are doing now is not just putting their field goal block unit on. They may change it out and go punt return because you have better guys on the field who are able to stay on their feet and block in case that kick is missed. And that's what we saw there, the big return after the long missed field goal.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Kamale Correa in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return. This one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they start the second half with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rudolph. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rudolph on 3rd down. And able to find Kirk complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Detroit!
After the interception, here's Jackson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Robert Kimdichie able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
And they get him down.
That interception they gave you, man, I don't know what the hell that was, bro.
That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make it's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They give him a gain of 38.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you...
Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Crabtree, the intended receiver.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. Looking for Shepard deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll run it with Johnson. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back now in Baltimore. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter.
It's a good game, but they gave you some stuff that you shouldn't have got. I mean, you earned everything you got, though. You earned the scoring and shit. And the other stuff, man, they gave that to you, man. That last pick, that hurt me bad because that was critical drive right there.
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Shotgun snap for Rudolph.
Hey, man, throw the fucking ball, man.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one.
Damn.
Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe... Yeah, you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down, You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. On second down, Jackson is going to flip one out here to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to face a third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Tavon Young. He was looking for Crabtree that time. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Rudolph. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Hundley. And incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Rudolph. Able to get away. Lets it go for Nelson. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
Gun!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Nowhere
to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. In this case, they were able to retain possession.
He's going to look deep down and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Dayon Buchanan, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watching that body.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
So you don't want to?
Rudolph looking to throw. And Nelson's got it here right side.
Come on, baby.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Watching that body.
On 1st down, it's Rudolph. And he lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
It was? Why would you say you would block it? Bam coming. It's a minute left. I just got to play it out. I'm getting my ass whipped.
From the gun, here's Rudolph.
Look at that shit,
Pass
man.
incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the red zone now, Rudolph. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for
it's personal. At least you ain't got nothing to lose by city.
Nobody wants to be shut out. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. He's going to get it running right. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. That sort of goes without saying. That's the risk of running the option play. You can put the ball on the ground. They did there and turned it over.
So true, because you've got so many different decisions that have to be made. Are you handing the ball off inside, or are you just keeping it yourself? Are you pitching it to your trail guy? And sometimes you get caught in between, and you're a little indecisive on the play.
I mean, he could have went on to the victory. I mean, I was satisfied how I played. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I played pretty decent.
Wait, no, you want to take
Oh, you talking about that goddamn pick? Oh, nah, you ran that shit back, bro.
Gun!
He'll look to throw.
Oh, okay.
Quick throw here, that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Yeah. Shit, I thought I had caught that motherfucking pick. I mean, like, when you had picked that joint over my back like that. I thought I had caught that joint.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Boy.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw.
Oh, and they call holding on me, son.
It's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
I just knew that was important.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Ravens taking the field. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside, or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And on the ground they go with the running backs. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! Gone!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. They are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone! 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 Gone!
Play action. Now Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a 1st down. He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first
wow,
run,
man. Good ass catch, man.
Just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people the football.
Detroit!
In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Leopard! Leopard! Set! 3!
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
They go play action now. Jackson. A right side catch by Crabtree. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air.
Set! 319! 319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see, making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing powerful.
Hey, bro, good ass game, man.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Ravens, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.